And I decided to try something a bit new with my channels. So instead of trying to make every single video perfect, I decided I'm going to try kind of a behind the scenes of practicing type of video. So you guys are going to see the practicing process, so it's going to be rough. You're going to see me suck at a lot of things. And I think that's great because when you see people doing stuff, you don't always see all the work it took to get there. So I'm hoping this can be a journey we do together where I get to grow as a person and you guys get to grow with me. If you guys are practicing, you get to learn from my mistakes. If you happen to be doing something like juggling, and if you're not practicing things like juggling, then you get to laugh at my mistakes. But at the end of the day, hopefully we will see improvements. It's always the hope. So this is my journey from going from either beginner at something, or in this case with juggling, I can do some basic stuff. But when in cases like that, I'll give like samples of where I'm at and then continue from there. So yeah, so today's goal is I'm trying to learn how to juggle 5 balls. I need to work my way up to there. I'm not going to be doing that today, obviously, because you know this is all about the practice and the steps it takes to get there. So yeah, to start off, since this is my first stream, I do just want to double check my first live stream. I just want to make sure that I can see that it is working on the platform. So I'm just going to use my other phone here to check to make sure that I am live. Hopefully I'm able to see that from here. Or if somebody can comment, that would be helpful, if anyone's watching. Probably not, seeing as this is my first stream, which is probably a good thing. Why isn't it letting me visit my channel? Oh, perfect, it is streaming. Okay, I see it, that's good. So yeah, it seems to be working. I just want to be able to edit the title for you guys. Apologies, this is part of the learning process as well. Okay, I guess I might need to edit the title and everything after, which is strange to me. Alright, well, that's at least getting started. I'll try and figure out how to edit that stuff later. But yeah, so like I said, this is all about following the practicing journey from beginning to end. So as I learn new skills, you get to either, if you're working on them too, we get to grow together. And if you're not working on them, you get to see both the good, the bad, and the ugly of all sides. So as I said, today's goal is about the foundations to building up to 5-ball juggling. So I'm going to start by showing where I'm at right now. So I'll drop 1 ball. So I'm currently, I can do some basic 3-ball juggling, stuff like reverse cascades, a couple tricks, change it up a bit. Can do some basic stuff like, you know, under the leg, can throw things in circles. Every so often I can do it behind the back. Nope, not in this case. Getting a little bit too fancy. Sometimes I can do that, I need to work on that. But yeah, I have a bit of a foundation. And also can do some, well, a bit rusty, I can do a little bit of I'm basically so I'm trying to work on doing the crosses. Also need to get the height, because one of the weaknesses I have is when I'm juggling, I used to think that making it tight, like close and fast was better, but I really need to focus on getting that height, which is where I struggle. It kind of throws me off a bit. So yeah, that's today's practice session, is trying to get basically this down at a natural level so I can work on the height with 4 balls, then eventually I can try and work the 5th ball in there. And as you can see, this is the behind the scenes of the ugly side of the learning process. In the future, I'm going to try and make like some fun things I can do in between, like if I screw up or do something wrong, I have to do like, I don't want to do it on this grass right now, but maybe like push-ups or something in the future. Like I'm trying to think of punishments to do when it doesn't go to, just as entertainment. I also like this because I can use this to look back on as well. It's gonna be a fun thing, but also if there happens to be any jugglers who watch, advice is always appreciated as well. Like I'll take like a little break just to try and work it into my muscle memory as well. Hopefully you can hear me from that far back. Again, this is my first stream, so I'll be going back just to try and see like where you might not be able to hear me, how far back I can stand, and hopefully over time I can improve my equipment, stream to more places, or do like, I'm trying to think of trying to add exclusives as well, just for fun. This is all just a fun way to practice and to keep practicing. See, I'm noticing I'm doing, when it gets to the bottom, I throw the bottom 2 too quickly. At least it feels that way. Like I say, you're not seeing, unfortunately, the learning process for everything always does take time. Just hoping I don't hit the camera. Oops. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tried to work an extra one in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm trying to really work on good throws. Just trying to build that foundation. I think it's already becoming a bit more consistent, which is good. That one was kind of a bad throw. I want to try and focus on good throws and not getting better at bad catches. Well, I want to get better at bad catches too, but I mean, the primary focus is making good throws, which and getting used to the height. also noticed I have one thing I'm noticing in the video is this is part of the practice as well, and this is why it's good to film yourself when practicing. Is one thing I'm noticing is before I start, I kind of warm up like this, like prepare it, but I want to get used to just going right off the bat, so I need to try and work that into my muscle memory as well. So, like that. So try and work out the bad habits. Make sure, see, I just did it. But these are the small things you need to try and, because when you're learning something, you want to try and build the best muscle memory and make sure you're learning it right. I almost throw the last two at the same time. Not sure if that looked good, but not happy with it. Need to get better at separating those last two throws. I keep throwing them almost as one. That would have been good if I caught it. I just want to make sure I'm working in enough height for when I do get to that fifth ball, which won't be today. I can not have to adjust too much. It's definitely going to be more exercises probably for at least one other, probably more than one video, but to try and get used to keeping the four balls going. But I do want to make sure I already have the height worked in for 5. I hope this says how long the streams are going for too. Okay, it's been 14 minutes. I'm trying to keep the streams about an hour. See, I did that again. I don't want to be doing that when I'm doing a show. Unless it's on purpose. See, I always feel more comfortable keeping it closer to me, but that doesn't give me enough height for 5 balls. It feels so much easier when it's nice and low. Funny enough, it's the height that makes it tricky. At least for me. You would think it would give you more time to catch, but no. Well, yes. But no. there was a couple I did fairly good. I probably should take a break there. I feel like that's probably just a second to let my muscles remember that. All right, let's try it again. I want to be close enough to hear, but also far enough so you can hopefully see everything that's going on, and so I can see after. Whoa! That felt like a good spot to stop. Let it work into my muscle memory. Try and give 15 seconds every time I do it, right? Just let it work. I remember reading the best way to improve your muscle memory is when you can get to a point where you can do it perfect first. Like always try and start on a positive and end on a positive. And so I like to give every single positive a mini ending and end the practice session on a positive note as well. That's my process at least. And I'm not sure if anyone's watching because I'm not sure if I need to set it a certain way for the comments to come up or if who's watching, but if you are commenting and I can't see it, because it's going on different platforms, I will be reading them after as well. So this, like I said, this is the first stream, so yeah, looking forward to build a community of people who are passionate about trying to learn new things, and if you're not learning them, like if you're not interested in juggling, at least you can laugh at the failures and like I said, grow with me during the successes as well. So I want it to be like a journey we do together. This is also weird for me because usually when I'm practicing I like to do it to music, but I know there can be issues with that on like YouTube and Twitch and all that. Oh, one thing I meant to mention. Let me end on a positive note first. Well, not end, but let me get a positive run first before I take a pause to mention it. Good enough. Yeah, so like I said, I'm kind of running it on both Twitch and YouTube right now, but I'm going to consider YouTube the hub, just because, like the home base, because I'm going to try and make them playlists so you can follow like juggling. Like I'm going to do it like so you can follow the juggling journey, then I'm going to make a playlist for something maybe like piano so you can follow the piano journey. The vocals, might do something like that too, so you can follow the vocal journey. So that one's going to be a disaster, but hopefully then we can try and touch base at certain milestones. And I'd also love to see your journeys as well if you guys want to share them as well. If you guys are learning anything, I'd like to see where you're at, and maybe we can touch base whenever I'm trying to like highlight a milestone. Like if I'm happy with improvement after 30 days, I might make a video about that. And I would also love to for you guys to share yours as well, see where you guys are at if you're starting or just practicing along with me. When I say you guys, of course I mean ladies and gentlemen. It's kind of, I hope that's goes without saying. And everything in between. Oh. I want everyone to be welcome here, so just trying to make sure no one feels left out. I was just accidentally doing it one-handed for some reason, which I suddenly can't do. One-handed with two hands. My balls collided. Okay. Oh. I'm probably gonna get hit in the face quite a few times as well. That one was probably one of the better runs. So I'm going to give that a 15-second break. Let the muscle memory absorb that. It's also just nice to take breaks as well. To make sure that's not important. I don't know what that was. Strange. Okay. Let's try another round. But yeah, the practice sessions normally aren't too exciting. But I'm going to try and structure it a bit more so it's exciting as well. Like I say, I'm going to try and add some punishments when I don't do it successfully and add some fun things to do when it does work to fill in those 15-second or so breaks. Actually, I'm really happy with that. Once I get to a point where I start getting really happy with it a lot, I stop taking those breaks, and then I try and keep going just to, you know, get consecutive runs. But I'm still working on the foundation, so I don't think I'm ready for that yet. All right. One extra one across and I missed it. I got ahead of myself. I feel like people are gonna be joining in partway through, wondering what the heck's going on. But this live stream is all about the unpolished side of things, so. I think that was my favorite one yet, so let me give that a second to work into the muscle memory. I don't know what that was. Well, yeah, it's gonna be really embarrassing when I turn back, watch the video, and realize there's no audio or something. I did do an audio test on Twitch the other day, but not YouTube. It was a lot of trouble to get it on YouTube. So, hopefully you guys can hear me if you're watching clearly and concisely. Yeah, that's right. I think I'm starting to already feel a lot more comfortable with that, to be honest, which is good. I don't think I'm ready to move to the next step yet, but I think it's a good sign I'm starting to feel more comfortable with that. Throw an extra one in there. I don't know. I feel like I'm seeing some improvement. Hopefully you guys are seeing that too, or maybe when I look back it's going to look completely ridiculous. But that wasn't the best run. All right. I think that's a lot of, I feel like that was actually a lot of progress for half an hour. 30 minutes, that's not bad. Need more height. There's a fifth ball. Never done it before with 5, but I imagine I'm going to need a good amount of height to be able to work that in there. I'm getting the one extra one across now though, so that's good. I think that was the best one I've done yet. I think. It felt good. That actually felt really good because once I could start to be playful with it, I feel like I'm really starting to get it. So. That was a bit low. Whoops. Almost didn't catch any of them that time. Oh. That was a mess. Ah. All right. Yeah, that was a pretty strong. That felt good actually. Yeah, I think I'll keep this first stream nice and short, just because it's the first one, and if there's any technical issues that I'm not aware of that have been happening, that would be very annoying. But I want to try and make most of them like an hour long, just because that's how long I want my practice sessions to be, at least. But yeah, so hopefully, I don't know if you guys watching, if you did notice any improvements, I'd love to know if you saw it, or if you see anything I need to work on, or if yeah, just if you did notice improvements, I would love to know, because it's always good when others see it too, if it's genuine, of course. And let me know if you're also interested in learning juggle, because if so, like I don't know if I'm like gonna do the whole tutorial thing for everything, but it would be fun if you happen to be learning at the same time. We can kind of grow together and see where we're at. Awesome. All right, thanks guys. Have a great night, or morning, or afternoon, depending on where you are in the world.